Welcome, everyone. We're going to start in a few minutes. We're going to give it one more minute and then we're going to start. All right, do we think we're ready?
Yeah, we got a decent amount on there. I say go for it.
All right, well, welcome everyone to the April edition of the ISSA Show Exhibitor Webinar Series. We're really excited to have you back. As many of you know, my name is Iris, and we have the entire sales team with John and Elias on with us today. We have a lot of really great information that we want to share with you, and we are going to move forward. But before I do that, actually, I just wanted to say some house rules. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat, and at the end of the webinar, we're going to go through all of those questions that you have, and we're hoping that this is about a 30-minute webinar, not a full hour. All right. There we go. All right, so here's our agenda. We're just going to go into what's new, what's updated for April, key dates, show operations, sponsorships, innovation, and our international global events. There we go. Just a reminder, this is the floor plan. I just pulled it today. We have our show hours and dates, so everyone knows that the first day of the show week is going to be November 13th, which is a Monday, and the actual show hours and days is going to be November 14th, 15th, and ends on the 16th. All right, so for April, registration opened on April 16th, and we are really, really excited. We have almost 1,000 attendees already registered. I wanted to give you guys some facts on who is actually registered in the past 10 days. So far, we have registrations from 12 different countries. The #1 group of attendees is going to be a distributor, then the contractor, and then the end user. 21% of our attendees are brand new. They've never been to the show before. And then from the United States, the top states that have registered is going to be California, Pennsylvania, and Texas. So we definitely have, obviously, a broad range of attendees from across the United States. Housing is available for all exhibitors and ISSA member attendees. So once an attendee actually registers, they will receive a confirmation email, and they will also get a special link to the on-peak exhibitor, or excuse me, the on-peak attendee portal, along with the password, so they can book their hotels. And we encourage everyone on this call to look at all of the housing options and book your housing as soon as possible. We have the best rates out there in Las Vegas, and anyone, exhibitor and attendee that is coming to our show, we have plenty of inventory, but we ask that you start planning now so you can get the hotel that you really want. Educational schedule we're still working on it. The call for proposals ended at March 31st. So we're going through everything. There are some exhibitors who did submit a call for proposal. So those that did submit, you will get a email or phone call in the next 2 weeks or so from our education team, letting you know if you made it into our schedule or not. If you did not make it into our schedule, you can absolutely buy a thought leadership session on the show floor in one of our education theaters. Informa attendee registration. This means that anyone that's a non-member, an associate manufacturer, and any other class that is not a part of the ISSA member registration will open in June. So keep an eye out for that. And then a group of us went to Las Vegas last week and did another walking tour of Mandalay Bay, as well as Hakkasan nightclub at the MGM. And that is where we are hosting our big event this year on Tuesday, November 14th at 6:30. This is the ISSA's big 100th anniversary celebration, and we encourage all exhibitors to attend as well as consider sponsoring. I do want to give a shout out to Spartan Chemical for being the Centennial sponsor, as well as Ascendant, who is a diamond sponsor and will also be sponsoring our entertainment. And this is the first everyone's going to hear. Seventh Heaven, which is a great cover band from Chicago, will be the entertainment act for this really great event at the show. So super excited about that. And then I have some more updates for you about the venue. So like I said, Mandalay Bay, we just went there. They're doing some construction projects, which is great. Most of our education and spotlight speaker events will take place in the North Convention Center. And that entire area is going to be fully updated with carpet and lighting. It's going to look and feel amazing when we get there. There's doing some other construction projects on the restroom and on the show floor. But all of that major construction will not take place during our show week. So but it will be updated. So so we're really excited for you guys to see what this looks like. And that's one thing. And then the other thing, I just wanted to update everyone on restaurants. And if you guys are planning on doing any events or group dinners, the week of our show, there'll be the Formula One race, but we did get a recent update that a lot of the restaurants have not had large bookings yet. And so it is that time of the year that you guys are, considering where you guys are going to host your customer meetings, customer, like I said, group dining, customer appreciation events. So it's really great to reach out, see what kind of new restaurants are on the strip that'll be available. And I know that, you'll get your pick. So definitely reach out right now and do that research. I know our team has talked to several companies already. And if you need some recommendations, you can always talk to our team. And then finally, the F1, I just wanted to update you. If those that didn't know that F1 was going to be the week of our show, F1 actually starts on the 16th, which is the last day of our show. And the practice sessions are really going to be in the afternoon. So there isn't going to be any sort of disruption when it comes to all of our events and the expo, because we're about a mile away from where the actual track actually takes place. So I just want to make sure you guys understood that, as well as understanding when you hear the number of people coming for this event to Las Vegas, when the news and the media outlets, talk about it, it's an aggregate. They tell you, several 100,000 people are coming. When they say that to you, it means that is the total number per day, and the event takes place 16th through the 18th. So really, there's only over 100,000 tickets actually available, and the tickets must be purchased in a 3-day package. So it is quite expensive. So I just wanted to share with you some of the facts about it, and that we do not anticipate any sort of disruption from F1. The only thing that we do know about airfare and planes coming in and out is that any private planes that are coming in will be diverted to Henderson, and that will be starting on Wednesday the 15th. So other than that, that's our update for April. And as I said, with housing, I just wanted to share with you guys the pricing. $68 to $270 or $248. I mean, these are really good rates. So hopefully you'll bring all your staff that you would normally bring to a show. The one new thing we have on our website is travel discounts. Many of you have asked about it. We're still working on adding additional, but I wanted to mention United Airlines, Southwest. We have those special promotional codes. We've got Hertz in there. And then we're just waiting on Delta. American Airlines actually will not be offering a special rate, but we are still waiting on Delta. And there might be some other ones, but please go to the ISSAshow.com website and you're going to get all this information there. And I'm going to pass it on to Elias to talk about key dates.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Iris. So I'm just going to touch base on a couple of these big important ones coming up here. As you can see, this May, the innovation program participants will have access to their portals. So if you guys have already purchased that, or you thought about purchasing, you guys will be able to start uploading here in this next month. This will be very important with registration coming live, as well as innovation voting begins in July. So you want to make sure you guys have everything squared away before that July date to maximize your potential and the amount of votes you can get. As well as another important thing coming in June that I'm sure you guys are all waiting for is the exhibitor service manual. That will be available in early June. You'll be able to log in through your portal and be able to access that document. And then finally, for any of our print and listing sponsorships, that deadline will be in August. We will have someone from our sponsorship team, most likely Jordan, reaching out to make sure we get all those materials from you guys before they're due. And then next slide, please. And these are some important items as well. I will be showing you guys how to access the exhibitor portals next, where you'll be able to see all those documents as well. One thing I do want to touch on is for you guys to make sure you're checking all these emails. If you have any correspondence from us, you'll see this ISSA trade logo at the bottom of the email. That way you know it's from us. We don't sell any attendee list on our side of the show. So if you guys get any email like that, I would delete it or report it for spam, because we do not do that. So just want to make sure you guys are aware that all the contact would come from either Iris, John, me, Jordan, someone from our team, or they will have that logo on the email. The next important item here is your exhibitor portal login. If you're unaware of what your login is, I would just reach out to your account executive and they will be able to send over your login for you. This is where you'll find everything you'll need for the show, from booth construction guidelines, estimated cost. And if you go to the next slide for me, Iris. So when you log in and put your password, these are the tiles you'll see. One important one there is the bottom right corner. As Iris said, you guys want to make sure you get those hotels in. You can do that right after this webinar, as well as any recording from any webinars we've done this year will also be in that top right tile. And then one important thing I wanted to mention, you'll go to your exhibitor checklist here. Product categories from the previous year have not transferred over, so please make sure you guys go in and update your product categories. This is very helpful for when attendees are trying to find your product, want to help search through. So I highly recommend you guys going in there and make sure you update. As well as you can see the booth construction guidelines are there at the bottom with the estimated cost sheet, as well as the exhibitor service manual will be here in early June. And then again, shout out Iris for the new innovative update to our website here. As you can see, we kind of have some new tiles. One really cool thing about this is if you guys do have an upgraded listing, you will be included in the feature exhibitor list. So you would be able to click on that tile and you guys would be put at the very top. So that kind of helps drive more of those online leads for you guys at the show and to maximize your exposure from companies that we've had exhibiting for 30, 40 years, as well as the companies we have here that in the last 3 years. This is definitely one of the best ways to kind of promote your company and kind of get the word out there, not just in person, but as well as our online platform. And if we go to the next slide, so this is a little bit about that level 1 I was telling you about. You'll be able to upload your company logo with phone numbers, collateral resources, some videos and product images. And this is where you'll have access to online leads. This is as easy as logging into your exhibitor portal and you'll be able to click on leads, and it's just an Excel that's generated for every person that's added you to their My Show planner. It will have their contact name, title, phone number, and email. So it's definitely an easy way for you guys to set meetings, not even after the meeting, but as well before you even get there, to kind of a plan of attack. We do recommend to all exhibitors to at least get a level 1, as on average, they get about 2.5 times the leads as those who just go with a basic listing. And then next slide, please. And then perfect, Exhibitor Reg will be live in July. For every 100 square feet you guys have, you do get 1 complimentary booth staff badge, as well as all ISSA members get the additional 2. This is very important for any of you non-members out there. To become a member, you do guys get extra badges, and it makes your booth total cheaper for most of our exhibitors. So I would highly recommend becoming a member if you have not yet. And then as well as you'll be able to access your Big Bash tickets at the Hawkinson party. I know I've been there personally, and I'm very excited about this event. So I hope you guys are also going to be there. And if you see me, we will definitely have a good time. And then the most important thing would be the guest program. Make sure you guys bring whoever you'd like. This July will be available. You will be able to give them a free expo pass to the floor and help make this the best show ever for the 100th year anniversary and the Big Bash. And then I'll hand it off to John for our sponsorships.
Thank you, sir. So to cover a couple questions that have come up in the webinar about specs and things like that, our ops team is putting together those checklists. They are getting out to everyone in the next couple weeks. So be patient with us. We will have them to you. So I've seen a couple of those pop up. So I wanted to answer that before I started. So we wanted to show you guys today some kind of couple older things, but a couple newer things that Iris looked at last week. So I want to go through them with you guys. So first thing, like Iris mentioned, we have kind of picked the slots for education sessions, and some of our manufacturers who did submit did get selected. Those approvals are going out this week, but if you don't get approval and you really want to speak, this is a great opportunity to do it on our show floor. We have 3 theaters, our Solve for X, our Facility Solutions, and then our new one, our Sustainability Hub. We had a sustainability area, but we didn't do sessions in it last year. So this year we are doing sessions in it. So if you have something around sustainability, as we all know, that's kind of a hot trigger thing in any sort of business right now. But if you have something great to present, we would put you in there around sustainability. But it's a $4,000 lower cost price point item that provides tremendous value and lets you present it to our audience on the show floor during the show days. This is some of the new things, as Iris mentioned. Also, she was at the Mandalay Bay last week, and I was actually there, guys, in February. This lobby area is so nice. I have done probably 10 shows at Mandalay Bay, and their new lobby entrance is incredible. It looks so much better than it did before. So what this is this video wall, and has the picture. It's a little bit deceiving, but how we're selling this is it's your 15-second video is on a loop. So we're selling 4 per day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So for example, your exhibiting company would cover all these screens, 15 seconds. And then ideally we sell a second one, it would loop to that con, and then so on and so forth. So really good location point. This is right by one of our main entrances. So the exposure and kind of the visibility you get off this is kind of unmatched. So something new that we haven't had in any of our other decks that we've had multiple conversations, so really excited to show this one to you guys. So if you're interested, please reach out to us. This is another video wall. This is kind of across from registration. Also in that lobby, great exposure point as well. Same sort of concept. 15-second video, your company, and then it would loop to another company through the 15 seconds. So ideally, same type of thing. It's sold per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 available for each day. So let us know if you guys are interested in this. We're happy to talk through it and get in more detail later on. Also exciting, these are some vertical columns. We have vertical columns that you've seen in our deck, but these are ones that are kind of right by the walkway when you walk up into the lobby. As you can see, the food court in there over there where everybody eats. So, and everybody kind of has to walk by these to see. So it's 7,000 per one side of the column. If you want to buy all 3, it's 17,500. This really is just such a great exposure point of, you can't really miss not seeing these. So if you got your brand recognition, this is kind of one of our best on-site options we have going right now. And then very similar, this is kind of the same area, just a different type of view, different column, but same sort of principle I just mentioned. Like everybody, you can't really miss these based off the traffic area. They go down a little ramp, you'll see these. So, and then like walking out, walking to, so really, it's kind of how you plan to attack, how you want it to be seen. You can do all 3 or you can do 1, but regardless of if you do 1 or 3, you're going to get some really great value for that 7,000 or that 17,500. And then this one, we wanted to present this to you guys. This has been something we've had in the deck, but we don't necessarily talk about all the time. It's our restroom branding. So the mirror clings. 2 types of offerings for this. So we offer it in the registration area, so the lobby bathrooms, and you would get a cling on kind of each of those mirrors. So imagine that exposure point right there. So 20K for that. And then also, if Iris, the next one, this is probably a more popular offering right now is the trade show floor, since everyone's more also on the trade show floor. So same sort of principle on the bathrooms. And we can go into more details on how that all works and anything like that. But just a really good exposure point if you're thinking of everybody to see and let your brand pop a little bit.
Yeah, and just to mention, the restrooms off the show floor are actually updated. I just did not get a good picture of it, but you know, this is what the trade show floor restrooms actually look like.
Perfect. And then one of the few, just got a couple slides left. This is one of offerings we started last year. We have a newer look to it this year, but it's our innovation spotlight newsletter. So don't get confused with the innovation title. We love it to be an innovative new product, but if you just have something you want to showcase, you can easily qualify for this. We do have upgraded and standard product listings for September, October, and November. From our data last year, you know, those 3 months leading in the show get a lot of views. And we promote this because it's really true. It is a digital lead generation tool. We do send you an actual lead report of those companies who click on your image or your video and things like that. Like, this is just the best way to fully get leads at a very low cost point. And a lot of the companies that did this last year already purchased it. So they, you know, I'm baking it off of, they had success with it. That's why they bought it again. And Iris has been working really hard on the look of this, and the look is amazing. So if you want an example of that, we have a look of what it'll look like. But if you have interest, if you're interested, please let us know. But the cost point is really good on this. Big Bash, as Elias and Iris mentioned, this is going to be an amazing party. Again, thank you, Spartan, for being our Centennial sponsor, and Ascend It for sponsoring entertainment with Seventh Heaven. We're so thankful for them. But there also are many other sponsorship opportunities here. We have the Legacy, the Diamond, the Big Bash A, B, and C that give you tickets, sort of offerings, and we can talk about all that with you. So reach out to me, Iris, or Elias, and we can go into details on that. And then last but not least, we kind of always talk about it, but we think it's important, our ISSA Innovation Award Program. This is always near and dear to me and Iris's heart. So if you have something that's innovative that you're launching this year, this is the best kind of value sponsorship I think we have. We have our category winners, Distributor Choice, Residential Cleaning, Facility Provider, along with our Innovation of the Year and our Sustainability of the Year. And then our deliverables, kind of the value here, you get your 10-minute presentation, floor graphic, the interview before the show, extensive exposure. Our full team is already on this. Leah is a person on our team that'll help you guys along the way with things, but this was a great success last year in Chicago. It's always been a great success for us. So if you have interest, please reach out. This is one of the best sponsorships we can, present to you guys. And I will pass it back to Iris to tell you about our global stuff coming up.
All right, thank you, John. I'm going to end with our global portfolio of events, trade shows, conferences, and pavilions. Next week, actually the week of May 9th, we are going to be in Milan for the ISSA PULIRE Smart Show. We have 370 exhibitors and we expect over 14,000 attendees, which is the #1 cleaning show in Europe in 2023. So we're really excited about it. It's an every other year trade show, and hopefully if anyone is attending, please let me know, since I will be there. And if anyone is still interested in exhibiting, we definitely have some availability left. But I also wanted to mention that we did have a very successful China Clean Expo at the end of March this year. We will have the Canada show that's coming up in June. That is, I believe, the 14th and the 15th in Toronto. And then finally, we have our Cleaning and Hygiene Expo in Australia in Melbourne, and we expect over 100 exhibitors and about 3,000 attendees. So we have a really great portfolio this year. And if anyone is interested, just let me know and I will give you all the information. And then finally, ISSA and ISSA Show is on the scene. We, just like many of you, go to other buying group shows and other industry shows. So we just wanted to give you a snapshot of where we're going to be. Next week, John will be at the United Group event. So hopefully if anyone is going going to this event, just swing over to say hello to John. Our RIA happened this past week, I believe, and then Ramsco was earlier this year. And then May, we also will be at Imperial Date in Pasadena. So, definitely come and say hi to any one of us. And then now, finally, any questions you guys may have on the information we just talked about? John or Elias, anything anyone asks?
We kind of answered them as I was typing some of them as we were going, Iris. So told people, if you need credentials to book hotels, please email sales@isssashow.com. I manage that inbox and I'm happy to send you your exhibitor credentials, or you can email Elias or Iris. Again, on the ops question, our ops team, Kimberly Dunn and Jordan King, are going to be sending out checklists. So just keep an eye out for those. If you get concerned or worried, again, please email Elias, Iris, or myself. We don't know there's concern until we hear about it. We do our best, but always keep that in mind.
I wanted to mention one other thing. Speaking of, coming to us, we are your resource. So if there's anything that you hear or have concerns about, obviously just come to any one of us. I did recently hear that Delta Airlines out of Detroit and Atlanta to Las Vegas and back during the week of our show was an inflated price. And so I did bring that feedback back to our Informa team, and we have a team in place that works with the airlines to figure out and come to, addresses the concerns that our team has amongst all the other events that are going on. The airlines then reevaluate the routes. They will eventually add more routes to Las Vegas, so then that brings the price down. So that is one example of, if you bring it to our attention, we can address it as it goes. So I just want to mention that to you. But anything else that would pop up, John?
No, we just had someone say Delta's inflated that whole week. So like Iris said, we are VP that we talk to on a daily basis. He is working with it and we have a consulting agency. So we're going to do the best like we showed with those discounts, working on that to get you guys the best flights possible if you're choosing Delta.
All right, we got new pictures for everyone today. We also wanted to just say thank you for being our partners, and we're here with you the entire way. We just wanted to give you some updated family photos. Bronco is Elias's baby, and he's so cute. Look at, and then my baby, of course, is my daughter Hazel, holding her little hamster Chunk, who is being fed a carrot. And then, of course, George, who is John's nephew, who's getting so big. You guys may have seen some of these photos from past webinars, but we want to share a little bit of our personal with you, since so many of you are close to us. We have worked with you for many years now, so we really, really thank you, and look forward to our time together in November. All right.
And again, if you guys need to rewatch anything, this is recorded, so we'll be sending that out through the Map Your Show platform. So if you need to rewatch anything, feel free.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.
See you guys.